forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Well, a quieter evening setting up across central Illinois. No watches, no warnings, no rain for that matter. As you can see, we've had a mix of sun and clouds throughout the course of the day today. Boy, those storms were really cranking earlier. Temperatures in the low and mid 80s across the region right now. And again, things are going to be just fine through tonight. You shouldn't have to worry about anything at all. Lower 70s by 11 o'clock. We're going to come back. We're going to do a little bit of a recap of some of the severe weather we had. New information about tornadoes that have been confirmed from last night coming up. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
The sirens are for outdoor use only.
But even people outside couldn't hear them in one town as a tornado passed through the county. Why that's serving as a reminder for you. It looks like the Chicago River during St. Patrick's Day, but it's not supposed to. It's causing the Salt Fork River to look so green and killing off fish. A satanic statue at the State House was the center of controversy during the holidays. Why one man was arrested by the FBI because of what he said he was going to do to it.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 6.
That there could have been a lot of people hurt because we just didn't have our sirens on.
Some people in Taylorville are worried after 2 tornadoes passed through, but no sirens went off to warn the community. Good evening, I'm Paul Cicchini.
And I'm Jessica Coons. Jennifer is off tonight. Central Illinois didn't have severe weather for a while, but that all changed last night. This is one of the tornadoes that hit close to Edinburgh. It was rated an EF1. Another one rated an EF0 hit near Assumption. The storms did damage to other areas as well. Today, crews were out taking a look at what was left behind. We have team coverage tonight. Chief Meteorologist Kevin Lighty was tracking those storms all night into the morning. But first to Jamie Mays, who's in our newsroom. So, Jamie, you went to Taylorville today where those sirens were not working.
Jessica, they weren't working in Taylorville, and the tornado passed through just miles from there. On a night when hundreds of people were on alert, the city of Taylorville was having trouble getting its tornado sirens to blare. The city's computer system crashed last week. They had to buy new equipment, and the new system isn't ready yet.
It's an old system. They're approximately 15 years old, so it's not necessarily a surprise. Of course, we have good preventive maintenance program with them, but like any other thing in technology, sometimes they just fail.
This raises concerns for people in town.
I kept calling people I know that live outside of town, and some of them didn't realize they were almost about to get hit.
There should be sirens because that could always happen again.
A tornado ripped through Taylorville last year. About 700 homes were damaged or destroyed. Many are still rebuilding. Christian County's Emergency Management Agency director says he's grateful the city didn't get hit again.
Obviously horrible timing for us, but but the reality is, of course, this tornado came north of town, and it was at night, which is a concern for us.
The tornadoes hit near Edinburgh and Assumption. All of it brings back some scary memories.
That's honestly kind of sad. A lot of people could have got hurt.
EMA officials say even without the sirens, they tried to warn people about what could happen.
Of course, we put that information out very early on in the morning that the sirens were down. We were expecting severe weather. We hoped that the people would follow the advice and instructions from the Facebook page.
The director says they should have the tornado siren system back up and running by the end of the week. Live in the newsroom, Jamie Mays, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
All right, Jamie, thanks. Now, as emergency officials looked at the damage in Christian County today, they said it could have been a lot worse. Many crops were damaged, but nobody was hurt. The town of Assumption narrowly missed catastrophe. The tornado passed just a mile outside of town.
We were blessed. I mean, when you have a near miss like that, it gives us a chance to exercise our disaster plans. It gives us a chance to find out what's broken and what's not broken.
One house was damaged right outside of town. Tree branches broke from the top of trees nearby the home, causing significant damage to the house.
All right, we continue our team coverage tonight. Chief Meteorologist Kevin Leidy was in Christian County all morning. He joins us now. So, Kevin, while you were out there, what did you see in the aftermath?
Oh, man, the amount of crop damage here is really incredible. Out there taking a look at this, and it just went on for miles. You know, many acres there of corn. You can see some of the people out there that were trying to, you know, take care. Just look at that corn that's flattened. And it is actually in different directions. This is not from straight line winds. The corn stalks were, one was pointing to the north, one was pointing to the west, another one to the south. And so you could just tell from the direction that those corn stalks were laying across the field just how intense this was. And this was a tornado and not straight line winds. Some people said, well, you know, corn stalk, you know, the wind, you know, if the wind blows them down, they will stand back up. Those aren't coming back up. Those were snapped at the base there, and so this was a big deal for the folks there that had that crop over there, again, in the Edinburgh area. An EF1 tornado is officially what was confirmed with this. EF1 right there, the path of it was 200 yards wide, 6.3 miles, and 110 to 110 mile-an-hour winds. The other tornado near Assumption, EF0, 85 mile-an-hour winds, 75 yards wide, 5.1 miles on the ground. So a lot of damage there, as you can see.
Yeah, that video is something else. All right, Kevin, thank you. People in Christian County weren't the only ones who woke up to storm damage today. A family in Mattoon had tree branches go through their roof. They stopped in the attic. Everyone is okay. Elsewhere in Coles County, trees blocked an area around 2nd Street in Charleston and between Monroe and Jackson Avenues. The city's street department planned to clean all of that up.
A program that's helped dozens of people get clean from drugs and alcohol could be in jeopardy. The Safe Passage program helps people struggling with addiction. It assists addicts throughout Christian County, including in Pana, Kincaid, and Taylorville. The coordinator says at a recent meeting in Kincaid, 2 of the 6 board members said they did not want the program any longer. There were concerns like the program may take away from officers at work. But the coordinator says it's a service that's needed.
Their families, a lot of their families will bring them in. It has torn families apart. Their kids have been taken away from DCFS. They've lost their jobs, they've lost their houses, everything they have. They've actually pretty much hit rock bottom. And so I see this as helping the addict and their families.
The representative with the program says a vote on whether to keep the program running could be put on the agenda for the board to vote on, but she's uncertain at this point.
City leaders in Paxton are once again talking about marijuana. Tonight, the License, Permit, Zoning, and Insurance Committee will be voting on an ordinance to approve a 3% tax that would only go into effect if City Council approves an ordinance to allow the sale of recreational marijuana, which becomes legal January 1st. There's no timeline on when that could be for that vote with City Council. Tonight's meeting starts at 7 o'clock. And speaking of recreational marijuana, there's going to be an informational meeting tonight about a proposed farm and processing plant just outside of Rankin. It's being proposed by David Emling. He owns 6 acres of land there. Tonight's meeting starts at 6:30 at the Lions Club building.
One group that takes your donations for others now needs some help itself. Why Salt and Light might not be able to keep its doors open much longer.
Also tonight.
My wife and I bought a new home several years back, and first thing we wanted to do is get a tornado shelter.
And living in Central Illinois, it's something you need. How the one this couple built landed them a spot on Shark Tank.
Outside, a calmer evening on the Roofing Dog INET Bratcher weather camera. Hey, some sunshine, a few clouds out there. Recap of today, 85, back above average. Overall, not too bad. When we come back, we're going to be talking about how things have calmed down and how they're going to stay that way for us for a little bit. That's all coming up next.